real people,
Real conversation.
real talk. Flat tax kind of scares me a little bit, only because it you can end up in a Canada situation where if it boils down to not for me at least, the government cutting back somehow, some way, somewhere.
Okay.
And if you get into a situation like, with this flat tax,
Mm-hmm.
flat's fine, but the more you need, the more you're going to tax it at some point or another.
But here's the problem with it. Even if it's a flat tax, you don't think corporations that rake in more money should pay a higher penalty? Well, not a penalty, because that's the problem, is that people see taxes as a penalty. Do you not believe that they should pay more in their taxes because they are a bigger corporation, they're bringing in more money? Do you think it's fair for them to pay as much as you as an everyday individual?
No one's, I think you start off in the 15% tax bracket.
Okay, it's cheaper than what you're paying now.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you got a company that's making hundreds of $1 million,
Here's where the 9 part comes in. If you force them to pay 9% no matter what, with no loopholes, no tax breaks, no nothing, then you get that money.
Okay.
So it eliminates the way of large corporations to dodge
like GE
paying taxes. Like I couldn't give you names or anything.
GE,
I can let you know what it'll do if the 9% on people will be less money for people, for actual people. But if it's the same thing for a corporation who only pays 4% because of all the breaks they get, then there's going to be a bump up on them. So that that's tough. That's a tough situation to really depict. And I tell you how I feel. I don't feel tax. In my older age, I don't feel tax is a burden or a penalty or anything like that. I think tax is to pay for the things that the state, the city, the government need to keep you living wherever you're living or whatever the case may be.
That's what it is.
For the necessities, for the most part.
Do you believe in taxing people? Well, even though you're saying it's a flat tax, do you believe in taxing people at a higher income level?
Now, that's what I was going to get to. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think. Okay. I think if you make $20, you should pay more tax than the guy that makes $2. Okay, just by percentages, you should pay more taxes. Okay. Do I think the guy that makes $20 should pay all the tax? The guy that makes $2 should pay no tax? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that the person that makes the $20 has worked his way to making $20, and he shouldn't be penalized for it.
Okay.
Because no matter where you are, let's move it up. Let's kick it up a notch, and you get to the people that make millions, right?
Definitely.
And the magic number I hear right now is $250,000.
It's actually moved up from that.
Okay, what is it now?
He wants to tax millionaires.
Millionaires. Okay, that's fine too.
Top 1%.
Am I right now? I don't know. I don't know the exact numbers, but those millionaires pay 40% of all the taxes, and they're only 5-10% of the population, right? So they do pay a lot of tax. They do pay a lot of the total tax bill.
Well, the way the law is written, just to give you a better understanding, the way they're trying to redo it is they're trying to kill the loopholes that they're getting out of. A lot of your millionaires are hiding underneath business shelters and other things, so that what happens is I might have made $1 million, but on my paperwork it looks like maybe I've only made $300,000 for the year because they found ways of hiding the other money.
Right.
The idea is to kill those loopholes so that now all of a sudden it's okay, well, you make $1 million, you flat out, we know you made $1 million. Loophole or not, you made your $1 million, we're going to tax that $1 million off the bat. So
you're dealing with two situations. Number one, you're dealing with the loopholes. Maybe you undo the loopholes or break the loopholes that are there so there's less of a chance of it happening.
Definitely.
The other side of it is that you, to me, I don't make anywhere near $1 million. Do I strive to make $1 million someday? Yes.
I think we all do.
So do I agree with being hit with something because I've worked my ass off to get somewhere at some point where, I'm not too far removed from other people that don't do crap. That don't do a darn thing. So with this, so we're talking about revenue for the government, and we're talking about spending for the government. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just you're from different ends. You're working from different ends. So are you talking about what is it? Entitlement reform.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to. I haven't heard it. I hear more about taxes than I do about that.
Part of the talk, and it depends on where you're coming from. Because if you're talking about from a Republican side, a lot of Republicans are trying to do non-entitlement reform. They don't want to reform it because basically that's who they're protecting. Supposedly, they sell. The point is that a lot of Republicans try to sell themselves like they're the common everyday businessman and business worker.
Right.
But the person that they actually protect, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but the person that they actually end up protecting are the big corporations and the millionaires.
That's what I see from the outside also.
And whereas the Democrats are basically saying, okay, but what about the middle class and the people that are struggling every day? You know, what are we doing to protect their lifestyle? You're doing everything to protect the bigger man's lifestyle in corporate America and everything. So let's give them tax breaks across the board. But the issue is, you're giving them tax breaks, they're taking the money and sending it overseas. But these are the same people that's saying we need to reinvest in America. Now that's on the Republican side.
Right. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's that simple on either side, the Democrats or the Republicans.
Okay. Real conversation.
Real people, real talk.